Shu's head is throbbing when he opens his eyes. The remnants of a hazy dream linger at the edge of his mind, but the memory soon dwindles to nothing. Well, it's the middle of the night. I should try to get back to sleep. Ugh. Okay, for a minute I thought we were going to hear like a crash or a bang and we were just going to have to go and investigate what it was. Before Shu knows it, a whole month has almost gone by. Summer of the dorms is slow, quiet, and comfortable. Because of the break, tenants come and go, so there's never more than a handful of people left at the dorm at one time. Towards the middle of August, Natsume resumes working at the confectionery, so he's hardly ever around. Sometimes it seems to Shu that he's just avoiding Yukinari, but he can't be certain. Masaharu spends most of his time at summer basketball camps and practice, so this leaves Shu a lot of time alone, or with Chiaki. However, he and Chiaki don't have much in common. Which I think is the writer's way of saying, you two aren't on the route together. Natsume is an inevitable topic for discussion, but there's only so much that can be said about him, so conversations have stagnated a little. It's times like this when Shu realises he wishes he had more people to talk to. Maybe if he didn't piss everyone off, he might do. Masaharu's got his basketball team, they hang out a lot, so I guess they all get along. Natsume doesn't exactly have a group, but he's always got Chiaki. Don't tell me that the only people I can really talk to are Chiaki or my brothers. Guess I only have myself to blame for that. I got friends, sure, but they're pretty casual. Not like I've had a lot of chances to get closer to people, but then half the time I end up dating them, and when we break up, that just adds to the rumour mill. You can break up and still be friends. This is a thing that can happen. Just if you're a dick to them like he has always been, like, what do you expect, Shu? Damn you. While absently glancing at the calendar in his and Chiaki's room, Shu notices that it's almost September. Ah, he knows what month comes after August. Truly, it's a superior mind to what we've ever seen before. School starts again on September 3rd. Crap, I haven't started any of that summer homework yet. After digging his neglected school bag out of the closet, he finds a large booklet of assignments that he's supposed to finish before school starts. Shu can't help but grimace. This booklet is heftier than he remembers it being, though he's not sure how that's even possible. How much homework do the Japanese give to their children? Out of interest. Is it that much? Well, I have 6 days to do this! And then after 6 days, it still isn't done. I don't think I've ever had a job at work which lasts 6 days and it still hasn't been done. Jesus. It's a good thing I remembered now, while I still have a whole week to work on it. The air in the room is much too hot for him to be able to concentrate. Buy a fan! Fans are quite cheap. Shu puts the homework booklet, some of his writing supplies, textbooks, a calculator. He does not seem like the kind of person who's coordinated enough to have a calculator and just knocking around. And a few other things into a bag and heads down to the common room to work on it. Unfortunately, once there, he sees a group of people already huddled at the table, furiously scribbling away at their own assignments. Go somewhere else to study. Okay, we're not an kind of person. I'd go with the other tenants, and we'll just pick that one. That seems like the least bad answer. He won't kill me to try and be friendly, right? Oh, God, is it... With an opening sentence like that, it's never going to be good. We're just going to go there and be like, oh, hi, Dave, Steve, how you doing? Oh, Jason. Yeah, we dated. You're a twat. Like, otherwise, why put that first? Shu takes a deep breath and decides to try and combat his haughty social tendencies. He calls out the group and pulls out his blanket booklet to show... Blanket? No. It's hot. This is no time for blankets. Blank booklets to show them. Everyone has a good laugh over that, and they quickly accept him into their circle without any fuss. While the group honestly doesn't get a whole lot of work done, Shu feels much more at ease than he did before. See? Speaking to people. What the fuck? Mummy? What is it, Shu? You named us after the seasons, right? That's right. Daddy and I decided on it after thinking very hard. You came up with seasons. Why did you name us like that? You see, there's a story that my grandmother, that's your great-grandmother, told me when I was a child, a long, long time ago. This is bad! What's this music playing in my ear? Why are our parents evil? There are 4 warriors who fought to shape the world. Winter and autumn fought for the moon, and spring and summer fought for the sun. Why did they have to fight? Well, Shu, nobody could agree on how the world should look. At the time, everything was just darkness, but they couldn't decide how to change it. What happened after that? In the end, Summer was the peacekeeper and told everyone to share. So the moon and sun split each day in half, and each season got a quarter of the year. Winter, most loved by the moon, is a darker season than all the rest. Summer also wanted to protect spring, decided to take on most of the sun's energy, so that's why summer is the hottest season. That's why we named all of you after the seasons. We hope that you would all work together and care about each other. If you can learn that lesson from the story, Mummy will be very happy. That's the dumbest reason in the world! What the fuck were you thinking about? If you wanted us to all get along together by some sort of spurious story that you once heard your grandmother tell you, then I could name my kid Noddy. I could name him Bob the Builder. You know, that whole TV show is about helping, everyone work together. I could actually name my kid Bob the Builder with this reasoning. I'm so tempted to just name Shu Bob. I'm not, but ugh. Damn you, Mother, I don't like you anymore. But I got the worst season. I don't know, what does Shu stand for? Oh, why'd you say that? All the leaves die in autumn, everything's dead and brown and ugly. How old were we when we were saying this? It flickered there, didn't it? That definitely flickered. That's not my eyes going weird. Oh, Shu, when one thing dies, something else is born. We can't have spring if we don't have autumn. Why are you saying that I have to die for something nice to happen? You're my mother. If you think of it that way, each death is really just a new beginning. Why are you speaking so ambiguously? This is needless. It keeps doing it. We woke up again. Shu wakes up with a start bolting upright in bed. What was that all about? Mum's... Oh, I was going to say, I thought we were just talking about Mum still. Man, school's only been back in session for 3 days. I guess my brain's a little fried from all the extra work. At least I managed to get all my summer homework done in time, but the first few days after a long break are always tough. Just got to get back into the routine. Shu's got so used to lazing around during the summer that even now he's back at school, he doesn't want to do much else. Though the first few days are meant to ease students back into school, it's still hard to focus, especially in the heat. He looks at the clock. 3 a.m. Clock. I can't see a clock at all. I can see a pencil. I can see a booklet. I can see a used condom packet. No clock. No clock at all. May as well sleep a little while longer. 6, so this is still the same day. After waking up and taking a shower, Shu heads over to the kitchen for a quick breakfast before class starts. Exactly the same plates being used. Wow, this must be very boring after a while. It's the same every day. There, he sees Masaharu snatching a piece of toast before turning to leave. Weird, school doesn't start this early. Where's he going? Oh, morning, Shu. Why are you in such a rush? I thought you guys didn't have the morning practice yet. What? Yeah, surely you'd notice that. He is wearing a shirt and tie. Shu, look. I know you might not be the most sporty bloke going around, but that's not how sports are played. Now, normally it's played in some sort of uniform, not shirt and tie. Whatever. We don't, but I forgot I was out of mechanical pencil lead. Whatever. So I have to run to the store to get some quickly. Do you want some of mine? I've got plenty. No, I use a really specific brand. Anyway, I'll see you after school, alright? I gotta go. With that, Masaharu speeds off. Are they... pencil lead? You mean graphite? That's one of those things which is thrown around the internet that everyone knows, so I'm not feeling smug saying this, but what's inside pencils? That's graphite, not lead. Lead would kill you. Masaharu's weirdly picky about some things. Does what brand of pencil lead you use even matter? No. Oh, no. In no circumstance. Not unless he's an artist, but he's not. He's a basketball player. Shu is prepared to forget all about this exchange until, a few short minutes later, he sees that his brother has left his backpack behind. Huh. How unlike him to be so careless, but Masaharu's probably long gone by now. It's his own fault. Maybe I should just leave it here. Nah, even I'm not that heartless. Jeez, what a pain in the ass there. Maybe if I catch up... Maybe I can catch up to him if I run really fast. You can't catch a basketball player. He grabs Masaharu's backpack and dashes outside as quickly as he can. You're not going to fight... He runs too quickly. Once outside, Masaharu's predictably nowhere in sight. Shu runs down the streets away from the dorms for a while, but has no luck. It's like, what a pain in the ass! And you decide to go and pursue him, not just leave it in his dorm or anything like that. You run after him. It's a weird decision to make. Where would Masaharu go for pencil lead anyway? Yeah, there's... That one convenience store he likes going to a lot is really out of the way. I guess that's why he was in such a hurry. Is there a girl there he likes? Why would you go there otherwise? Shu lightly jogs through the streets, stopping every few minutes to catch his breath. Damn, Masaharu, you're gonna own me big time after making me run around like this. You don't have to run around like that! You just decided to of your own accord! That's not his fault! Oh, fuck me. I just had to cut for a second, and I came back and suddenly there was this lovely transition that I can't even cut and just pretend like there was no difference, because look at this. This is really nice. Ooh, pretty. See what I mean? A bridge. A bridge with water under it. Do you see the same thing I do? I think I do. Shu approaches Nagasaki's famous That's a famous bridge! That! It's like 20 feet across, 30 feet? It has to be a bit longer than that. It's not, because there's a tree in there for perspective. It's not even that long. And we're just like, it's famous. Famous by who? Quickening his pace in the hopes of reaching his brother sooner. Once on the bridge, he can make out the convenience store on the other side and lets out a sigh of relief. Not much further now. He steps onto the bridge and slows his walking pace to catch his breath. The convenience store gets closer and closer. And then his eyes are filled with color red. Red. For a few moments, everything feels like it's in slow motion. What did I say? The bridge. I think that's... You're probably supposed to make that connection. Well, it's not difficult. Even though he wants to hurry and get to the other side of the bridge, it's as every cell in his body is resisting him and saying, no, don't go. He walks forward, but his feet drag and feel heavy as if the ground is turned to quicksand. The sounds of people around him yelling out are muffled and garbled. Soon, he snaps back to his senses and everything is horribly wrong. Passers-by are amassing and police sirens are approaching from the distance. Shrieks of hysteria overlap in a terrible cacophony, and that's when he really sees it. Shu drops to his knees, stunned. At first, the image doesn't quite register in his mind. It's just a random collection of shapes and unrecognizable figure. It's Masaharu. There's no way that's him. I just saw him. He was fine just a couple minutes ago. It can't be. Accidentally skipped. Oops. The dead body and his brother are two separate, irreconcilable things in his mind. There's so much to take in that he doesn't even know where to look. No. Just when he starts to feel that it's all too much, Shu feels himself jerked backward as someone tightly wraps their arm around his body. Another arm covers his eyes, but it's far too late. Who? Even when in darkness, the horrific image is burned into his mind in such a way that Shu doesn't think he'll ever be able to forget it. Confused and terrified, he claws at the arms that have wrapped around him. Let go of me! I'm here, Shu. It's going to be okay. The voice sounds vaguely familiar and yet completely alien at the same time. It's not in the least bit comforting or persuasive. How could it possibly be? Shh. And then Shu's consciousness fades. Jesus! That is not a nice way to find your brother. Fuck that. It's not even like he found him collapsed and thought he could do something. Nope, straight up murdered. Blood everywhere. The funeral takes place the following Saturday evening. It's quiet, subdued, respectful, all things that Shu would never associate with Masaharu. He doesn't remember anything that happened after he saw the body. Apparently the shock of seeing it caused Shu to pass out. He vaguely feels as if someone he knows was there, but he has no idea why. Their parents take emergency leave in order to fly back over and attend the funeral. Shu and Natsume get to miss school for the day, though neither of them is at all happy with that. Shu is absolutely distraught at losing another sibling and watches helplessly as his older brother is laid to rest. It brings back a flood of memories from Fuyuka's funeral. Memories that are too painful for him to bear once more. Natsume strangely calm throughout, leading Shu to lash out at him on multiple occasions throughout the week. Even though I know Natsume can't do anything about it, He couldn't even cry at Masaharu's funeral? Don't just get angry at him now. Don't. Don't do it, Shu. You're a bit of a dick. Just don't go there. One evening back at the house while Shu is in the bathroom, he hears his mother shrieking at Natsume. This is all your fault. Our parents are dicks! This is... Masaharu ran off on his own. What's he supposed to do about it? How can you know exactly what happened, get that far in business as they appear to have, be that clever in a certain field, and then just be completely oblivious to all sorts of common general sense? Dad, dear, he wasn't even there. This was It was a horrible event, but Natsume have nothing to do with it. How can you say that? He's their older brother. He's supposed to protect them. As usual, Natsume doesn't respond to them at all. He just stands there, taking all of their anger without saying a word in his own defense. How could he... Why did this have to happen again? Why, Masa? I can't accept this. Why? Their mother beats her tiny fists against Natsume's chest over and over until her arms begin to tremble. Why? Why couldn't you... Then, her anger and sadness overcoming her at last, she collapses against him, sobbing. Though Natsume remains silent throughout this, his pain shows plainly on his face. It's then that she remembers something that Chiaki said to him once, a long time ago, that people deal with grief in different ways. Those who seem most calm are usually the ones who actually want to cry the most. I was just looking for someone to blame. I was doing the same thing Mum's doing. Natsume. Thanks for noticing it that quickly. Because I'd have had to have punched him. 6 days later. There are lots of time skips. The next several days go by as if Shu is living in a haze. He can barely tell the difference between one day and another. At first he blames himself for not trying harder to hold Masaharu back, for not keeping him from going. Those thoughts don't make him feel any better. Shu had no way of knowing what would happen, so there was no way he could have stopped his brother. I was going to say, like... He didn't... It's not like Masaharu went, lol, I'm going to get murdered now, see you later. Like, his pain and frustration have no outlet. Shu even begins to wonder if he'll ever be able to feel happy again. It's respect for the age day, so everyone has a day off. Shu, feeling too boxed in at the dorms, decides to walk around outside for a little bit of fresh air. He walks around slowly and aimlessly. It really doesn't matter to him where he ends up. For some reason or another, his feet lead him to McMahon Bridge once again, even though I'd rather be anywhere else. Damn it. It's not like I'll actually get any closure just from coming here. Everything looks so peaceful now. You'd never be able to tell that someone was brutally murdered here not too long ago. Somehow, that's kind of sad. What the fuck are you? Why do you look like you've just come out of Tron? Am I to come with you to play a series of games to save my brother? Wasn't I thinking? How is he... Oh god, we're never safe around him. And you know Shu's track record as well. Shu glances up, his surprise quickly turning into suspicion and annoyance when he sees the man standing there. What's with this guy? Is he glowing? Yeah, cheap neon implants? Probably not. Shu decides that it must be some sort of cosplay. Are you feeling crushed? Defeated? Sorry, do I know you? Shu figures that that's marginally more polite than, are you crazy? No, but I certainly know you. Really? A stalker, or is he trying to hit on me? Run! It's a glowing man speaking to you at the place your brother died. No one else is around. Do you not think this could be a bit dodgy? It's probably not that, but don't you think it is? Either way, I'm not really in the mood for this crap. Shu just takes one step forward before the stranger calls out to him again. Oh, come on now, Shu, be nice. I've come a very long way just to talk to you. Yeah, well, I kind of make it a habit not to talk to weirdos I don't know. You sound just like your brother when you say that. Oh, good. Why does he look so violently different? His hair's brown there, isn't it? Oh, it's still kind of brown there. I guess it's the sun. He looks vaguely different. I think it's the sun, to be fair. My brother? Yes, you sound just like Natsume. Really, I didn't think Natsume was the type to call people names like that, but hey, maybe you know my brother better than I do. Well, he changed a lot before I met him. And what is that supposed to mean? You see, Shu hears the sound of approaching footsteps and turns around just as the stranger leads in to whisper, I come from the future. Shu quickly tries to shove the guy away, but the stranger sidesteps out of reach before Shu can touch him. Okay, I think someone's been hitting the sake a little too early this morning. You don't believe me? Would you believe some random fucker who came up to you in the street and went, I'm from the future? No, you wouldn't, unless it's Christopher Lloyd, in which case it's perfectly fine.